Okay, so we're going to continue with a little more of this Hebrew. This sheet that we've been working on, as soon as I can get this to work here. Okay, so we're going to be working on this one here, Cove. So basically, Cove is like this. It's pretty close to what the Cove looks like. So basically, we're going to go Cove, 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 Cove. Notice how I'm repeating, I'm writing, and really it's more like this probably. It's just a slight kind of thing. Cough, 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 cough. All right. So we got those. Now this looks kind of like a nuance of feet here. So feet, and sometimes it looks like a little bit like this. So it kind of extends down below the line. It's a final form noon, but let's just double check that and make sure. Okay, looks like I was wrong. It's not a nuance of feet. This is why we double check these things. Looks like it's this here. Assuming these are in order. So it's a Hafsafit. So you remember we did the Hof, and if it had a dot and a dagesh, it would be Kof. Well, if this Hof ends up at the end, then the end of a word is going to look like this, kind of. Okay, so Hafsafit. And so that's the corollary for the cursive here. Kind of like I don't know, like that, maybe. Just a slight, comes down like this, maybe a little bit like that, I guess. Okay, so there it is. We've got the Hof. So feet. Okay, so Chafsofit, Hafsofit. And more, it looks kind of like this, maybe, in a print form. So Hafsofit, 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 Hafsofit. More of a slight crook at the top. I'm trying to approximate it as best I can. Not the easiest when you're taking new letters that you're not familiar with. I guess I don't know, maybe I'm getting a little better here. Very slight crook, huffs of feet, like that. Okay, good. Okay, so now this one here is interesting. Kind of like this, maybe. And it's kind of a new process, really, to learn cursive, because I've pretty much done block script, but I've got one study partner. When she does the exercises, she does them in cursive, and I've got other people. Everybody else does them in block print, because that's what I'm teaching in block print, block script. So let's see what this one turns out to be. and it looks like it's a lamed. So we've got a lamed here, lamed, and this is what it looks like in cursive. All right, so let's move on down here. So that's a lamed. Okay, so there it is. It's a lamed, 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 lamed. I'll try to approximate a little better. It's like a very slight crook, maybe, kind of like this. And looks like it's kind of at an angle too. Lamed, lamed. If you imagine it as kind of a shepherd's staff, oh, that one wasn't very good. I'll try a little better. Looks like got like this little slight crook at the top. I try to approximate the angle a little better. Lamed, 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 lamed. Okay. So the reason why I'm repeating these in a tedious fashion is because practice makes perfect, but also because writing multiple times helps you memorize the vocabulary. And you'll find as we go throughout these study sessions that if there's a word that I get hung up on, I'll write it a few times and put the definition next to it, and try to get the pronunciation. As I've done before, I'll use reversal context to do that. But now let's see, this next one looks almost like an N, and this looks like, okay, it's a mem. Interesting. Okay, so here is your print form mem, and here is the cursive, and it looks like look at that. That's pretty easy to write, I think, because I'm used to writing an N. All right, so let's go down to mem. Okay, so mem, mem, mem. Look at how easy that is. Mem, mem. Let me write that here. We'll transliterate the name of that letter, mem, and in the block script looks a little bit like this, mem. Okay, very different though in cursive. Mem, 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 mem. Okay, all right. So we got the mems. It looks like an an letter in English, but as we said. But all right, so let's check this one out. This is an interesting one here. Let's see what that one is. Okay, it's a mem sophite. Look at that there, mem sophite, and it looks like a little bit of a circle. It's got kind of a tail that comes down. Mem sophite, and that's final mem, which means it's one of those 5 letters that shows up at the end of a word. So now that we know what it is, let's go down here. Here we are, mem sophite. Okay. Mem sophite. Okay, and so typically a mem sophite looks like this, almost like a box in print. But in Cursive, mem suffix, 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 mem suffix. All right, so that is mem suffix. Good deal. All right, so now we've got this one here. I'll check and see what that one is. Okay, so it's a noon, a regular noon. And so here's a noon, and there, look at that. There's not a lot of, I mean, it's a bit of a sloppy noon in the cursive, isn't it? It's more like this, noon. And there it is in cursive. It's just kind of a, I don't know, kind of like that, I guess. All right, so that one is a noon. Let's go down to our noon. There we go. So noon, and it's more like this in the block. It looks like it might stem below the line. I don't know why they've done that, but noon, 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 noon. Okay. So there is our noon. Let's I'm gonna take a look at this one here. Not sure what that one is. Wait for our program to reset here. Okay, so looks like that is a vav. And let's see if we can use a highlighter now. Try something different. There we go. That's a vav. That's kind of a, I don't know, kind of an interesting looking letter here. Kind of like just straight down like that. If I can keep my other fingers from touching the screen, it causes that line to show up. Bit of an annoyance on this device anyway. I'm using, by the way, I'm using a Samsung tablet S7 Plus. And the Samsung tablet S7 Plus comes with a stylus that I can write pretty easily, pretty comfortable in the hand. So let's see, vav. Let's go down to a vav. There it is right there. That looks about right. Okay, so this is a vav. It's kind of like this in block script. Okay, so vav, vav, vav. It's kind of a straight line almost. Vav, not quite straight. It's got a little bit of crook there at the top. Vav, 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 vav. This one's pretty easy to remember. Looks almost like the block print, vav. Notice that it's the crook is kind of facing this way, whereas the print is going that way. So that's a bit confusing. Vav, 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 vav. So if you're watching these videos, I hope you have a piece of paper and pen and you're following along. You can learn the cursive alphabet with this video. Okay, so let's see what this one that looks like a circle almost looks like a 0. Okay, so this is a summit. Summit is pretty close. Look at that, how close that is. Summit. All right, very interesting. Let's go below to summit. There it is. We're getting, I don't know, we're getting closer here. Okay. Summit. And it's more like kind of like this in script, but it's like this: summit, summit, summit. And this is in cursive: summit, 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 and summit. All right, good deal. Okay, so now we've got this one here. It looks like an elongated Y. I don't know, I'd hazard a guess that maybe that's an ayin. Let's see if we're right. Yes, we are right. Okay, all right. Ayin and ayin, almost the same. And it looks a little simpler to write. Remember that this is handwritten stuff. It's meant to be, or at least designed to be simpler, although I sometimes question that when you get letters like this. I mean, goodness, or something like this, that looks a little more complex than the actual block script, the face of it, but oh well. Let's see. Let's get down to the ayin now. Okay. All right. Ayin. Okay, ayin, 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 ayin. All right, so there is the ayin. All right, so now we got this little thing here. I'm not sure, can't remember exactly what that one is. Let's go up and see. Okay, so that is a fe. Wow, there's a big difference between those two. Like this is a fe, but it's more like this in block print. Fe. Now, if that letter in block print was like this, it had a dagesh in there, then it would be pay. Because remember, this is one of those twin letters. Okay. All right, so there we are, Fay. Okay, so Fay looks, so in the block print looks kind of like this. But in cursive, it's like this, Fay, 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 Fay. Okay, so that is the Fay. Now, we got this one here. Remember, that didn't look anything like what it was supposed to be. And, Fay, so feet. So, All right, so fe, so feet. Fe, so feet, SOFIT. My writing's a bit sloppy, but that's hardly any correlation between these two. And it looks like it's going to be a little tougher to write. We'll see. So fe, so feet. Now that we know what it is. Okay. Fe, so feet. And typically it looks like this in script and extends below the line. But looks like it's kind of like this. Fe, so feet. 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 I'll try to approximate that little curl at the bottom. Fe, so feet. 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 Okay. Fe, so feet. All right. So now we got this other one down here. See which that one is. Okay, so that's a Zadi. Zadi. Okay, here we go. Zadi. Not a whole lot of correlation there. Zadi, and it's here's the block and here's the cursive, so it's kind of like looks like kind of like that kind of looking thing. Okay, so Zadi. Come on down here and we'll do the Zadi. Okay, TSADIC. Sometimes you see it transliterated like that. Let's see here. And Zadi, 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 Zadi. Okay. So there's a Zadi. And remember that that one is parallel to this Zadi here. Okay, so it's kind of like comes down like this in block script. Let's see if I can do a little better job. It's kind of like that. TSADIC. All right, so now we've got this here. Looks like a Zadiso feet. And wow, that doesn't look like it's going to be all that easy to approximate. I don't know, maybe like that. Maybe comes across like this. Zadiso feet, huh? Okay. Get down there. Okay, there it is right there. Zadiso feet. Okay. TSADICSOFIT. Zadiso feet. And a lot of times it looks like this. It extends below the line, kind of goes up like that. But this, in this case, Zadiso feet, 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 Zadiso feet. Yep, we messed that one up. Zadiso feet. Try to get better picture here. Zadisophi, 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 Zadisophi. Okay, Zadisophi. All right, so that's the end of that. Now let's see, we'll figure out what this one is here, up there. Okay, looks like it's Cove. Cove, okay. Kof. Yeah, there it is in the block print. Looks like kind of like in the handwritten. It's kind of like that. Cove. It's kind of hard to. I guess it comes more like this. Maybe something like that. Cove. All right. Get down here. There it is right there. Cove. Okay, so Cove, sometimes you see it transliterated like this. Cove. Okay. Cove. 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 Okay. Cove. All right. So now, this little one here. That reminds me of yo, but it's a little more to it there. Let's see. Okay. Resh. That's what we've got. Race. This is very similar. This one's not too hard. Race. Okay, just kind of like that. You got yourself a race. Okay. Okay, race. Okay, so race. It looks kind of like this in print. Looks similar in handwriting. Race. 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 You want to make it a little bigger than a yod. Race. Be able to distinguish it from a yod. Race. Race. Looks like it's more kind of rounded. Try to approximate the curves as best I can. Race. 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 Remember, they said in the book there'll be some variation. Race. Between handwritten styles. Okay, I believe that this one was Sheen. Let's double check here. Yeah, looks like that. That looks nothing. That looks nothing like Sheen. That looks nothing like the cursive, does it? Nothing like that. Ah, okay, it looks almost like an E, English E of sorts. Kind of like that. Try to approximate it. There we go. All right, so that is a Sheen in cursive. Okay. Sheen. And it looks like this in regular script. There might be a superlinear dot there. Sheen, 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 sheen. Okay. And finally, I'm betting that that's a tav. So up there, look at our chart real quick. Yes, I'm correct. It is a tav. Sometimes if I move this too fast, it doesn't want to cooperate with me. Okay, tav, tav, T-A-V. Okay, so that looks simple enough. Tav. Interesting. Okay, all right, we'll go down to our writing practice. Okay, T-A-V, tav. And in block print, it might look something like this, a little foot on there. That's what distinguishes it from a chet. Two letters that are almost looks the same, but you always look for the foot in the print form, and you've got tav. Okay, so tav, 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 tav. I guess got a little better at it here. You raise it up a little bit. Looks like it's kind of raised. Maybe the line comes here, and this is raised up a little bit. All right, so that is exercise 3. This says here, complete the letter sequence. Do not use final letters. Okay, so presumably what they want us to do is, this is going this way, right to left. Okay, so it's like the alphabet in order. Okay, so wherever the blank is, they want us to complete the sequence and see if I can remember. I know that this is Aleph. Okay, so that's going to be a bet. So let's go. All we got to do is go up here. Okay, and there's a bet. Looks like a 2. Okay, 2 bet. There's got to be a gamel there, presumably. And the next one. Okay, yep, gamel. Okay, I might need to have this chart here. Okay, so the next one's going to be Dalet Hey Vav. Dalet Hey Vav. Okay. Okay, gamel. Aleph Bet gamel. So it's going to be Dalet here. So, well, I tell you what, this will help you memorize your letters. Okay, so we need the Dalet. Okay, so the Dalet looks like this here. Kind of like a, I don't know. Doesn't look anything like a Dalet, I'll tell you that. Dalet, okay. So Dalet, it goes here. I'm trying to remember what that looks like. I think what we're going to need is another one of these windows open. so I can switch back and forth between them. Oh, get rid of that. All right, let's see if we can open another one. I don't know if it'll let me open another one. Doesn't look like it will. We're gonna have to just sort of stumble and bumble along here. It might be useful for me to let's see if we can get something we could switch back to very quickly. Get an idea. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so there's the dalet, and it looks like back down here. Okay, it's very, very difficult to memorize unless you've written this multiple times. Okay, so dalet. So dalet, 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 dalet. Looks like dalet, dalet, dalet. Okay, let's see if I can remember that now. Okay, I still, look at how quickly it evades my memory. And that's something. Okay, let's do it again. And that's what you have to do. It's very painstaking and tedious. Dalet, 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 dalet. All right. Let's see if we can hit pay dirt this time. Okay. Dalet. Dalet. Okay. All right. So we've got Aleph, Bet, Gamel. Oh, looks like this goes here. Dalet. I'm betting that's a hay. So then we got to figure out what this one is after the hay. Aleph, Bet, Dalet. Aleph, Bet, Dalet. Aleph, Bet, Dalet. No, Aleph, Bet, Gemel. This is Gemel. Okay, Aleph, Bet, Gemel. This is the Dalet, which is like that, like a 2. This is going to be a hay, I'm almost certain. All right, let's see, there it is. Yes, it's a hay. The next one's going to be Vav, then Zayin. Hey, Vav, Zayin. Okay. Okay, so hey, and then a Vav is just, I think, straight down like this. Here's Zayin. So we got to figure out what's after that. Zayin. What comes after Zayin? Okay, so what comes after Zayin is let's see. Hey, Zayin, we got the Zayin, right? Yeah, there it is right there. So we need actually I think we did the Vav. That's the Zayin. Looks like we might need Het. Het comes after that. And we need this here. Het, 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 Het. so what goes in here is het. Wow, this is a tough one. Is it very, very tedious? If you don't have the sequence memorized, and notice that it says do not use final letters. Now I've got the letters memorized, but actually having aleph, bet, let's see, aleph, bet, gimel, dalet, da 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 da. I guess it would help to have that that song in your head to memorize the sequence. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we'll start fresh on this exercise here for the next video, and we'll see if we can slog through it, stumbling and bumbling our way. And hopefully by the end of this, I'll have cursive memorized, and all of you will have cursive memorized, or at least close to it. And we'll continue with our stuff, with our studies the next time around. Okay. Hope that you all enjoyed that, and just keep working on it little by little. And we'll try again next time. So this was session 4, and I'll have this up on YouTube for long. Okay, shalom, shalom.